to the cloud. Perfect. Awesome. And I forgot to record, and it was so devastating. I literally wanted to cry the next day when I realized there was nothing to send to all the participants. So that was really devastating. So, anyways, you guys, we're going to get started here. So again, my name is Nikolina, and I'm going to be walking you through 4 steps of how to start your freelance makeup artistry business. This is me when I just moved to America, pretty much 13 years ago, 2013. I moved here. For those of you who don't know that, I moved here from Serbia, from East Europe, and I came here on a J1 visa. This was a visa for students. At the time, I was studying tourism and hotel management, and I came here on a visa to work and travel. We have for a lot of Eastern European students and a lot of students from Europe, there's this program called Work and Travel, where we come for 4 months to work and then we stay one more month to travel, to explore America, kind of like a student exchange program type of thing. But just no one goes back to Serbia. We only people come to America, right? No one exchanges. We're the only ones who come here. So I came with friends. I was 21 at the time, literally suitcase, $700 in my pocket. I had already lined up a job at a time. We got social securities, we got the whole thing, the work permit for 4 months, but I really loved it here. I came straight to Vegas and I really loved it. And I really decided to build something on my own. I had some opportunities that came along my way. As I was here, I got some other job offers, and I was like, you know what? Let me see what I can do here. Let me see how I can build a life here or how I can succeed. Because at the time, 21, no, obviously, husband, no kids, you're young, you're like, let me see, like, what's the worst that can happen? I'm gonna go back home and go back to my family, right? So, like, I wanted to explore. I'm a Leo, glitz and glamour of Vegas, got me. And I was like, you know what? Let me try it out. And I decided to stay. And I actually overstayed my visa at the time. So I was working on getting my green card and getting, how to stay. So at a time, I was kind of like working in restaurants, bars, just to pay my bills, just to get some money so I can obviously live here. No car. If you live in Vegas or you've ever been to Vegas, you know how the system is here so bad when it comes to travel or transportation. So I was on a bus and I was like, you know what? I want to do something for myself. I want to start a business. I didn't know what at the time. And at the time, I loved beauty. I always loved beauty. I always had passion for makeup. My mom was always someone who was buying a lot of makeup. So I was like, you know what, let me maybe try beauty. Why not? I see here everyone's getting their nails done, everyone's buying makeup. So like let me see. And I didn't know how to start a business. I didn't know nothing about that. So I went to cosmetology school because at the time I was still working on my green card. I couldn't get a financial aid. There was one makeup academy here in Las Vegas that was $28,000, actually 25, now it's 28. $25,000. I couldn't afford that. I had to pay out of pocket. I didn't apply for financial aid. I couldn't apply. And the cosmetology school I went to or decided to go to was $14,000. And they told me, yeah, don't worry, we're going to teach you about makeup. And I told them, I really don't want to work in a salon. I don't want to work in a spa. I want to do makeup. And they were like, yep, we're going to teach you makeup. Don't worry about that. Of course, 900 hours later, for those of you who went to cosmetology school, you know how long and draining cosmetology schools are. I didn't learn much about makeup. We had a week program, which we watched YouTube videos. The instructor was not a makeup artist. She was a, cosmetologist. So she just like had us watch videos and just pretty much, I don't know, I just felt like I was wasting my time. And that at the time, I realized I really wanted to be a makeup artist. Like I didn't want to work in a salon and I was like, I'm not going to waste my time on that. So this was my day when I was actually signing out or clocking out my last. I feel like it was probably my last hour of the cosmetology school. And I spent a lot of time after that trying to figure out. I was making a lot of mistakes. I was signing up to classes. I was buying makeup. People would tell me, you need all this to become a makeup artist. And I didn't really know what I was doing. Again, $14,000 out of the door. And I didn't even want to work in in a cosmetology or as a cosmetologist. And that's when I decided that I want to become a makeup artist. And I started my freelance makeup business, made a lot of mistakes, but I was really successful at it actually once I kind of figured out. I was here in Vegas, a lot of bridal. I started my Instagram account. I started posting. I didn't know nothing about anything, social media, business, nothing. But then when I actually learned how to build a business, when I actually built a successful business, when I was actually able to do this full time, I realized, well, why not have a goal to open up a makeup academy? I really wanted to do that at the time. And again, I just needed more experience. So once I got experience in 2020, I opened up my makeup academy. I brought on Christine. This is Christine and I in New York last year. And if you've been to any of my classes, you know how amazing Christine is. I'm so blessed to have her. We trained over 900 students, beginners. I think it's now over 1,000 because obviously we enroll 40 every month. So I built this 3 months ago. So it's definitely over 1,000 people right now, 1,000 beginners nationwide that we trained to start a freelance makeup business. And after those 1,000 students and after working with them personally, hands-on, online as well, I think I figured out what a beginner needs. These 4 steps. That was like something that I was like, let me condense this into an hour of a presentation and show you guys exactly how you can also start your freelance makeup business even as a beginner. So we work with students over 12 months because it's a hybrid program. It's a hands-on plus online program plus live video calls. Exactly how you are watching me right now. We go live with our students 3 times a week as well. So we build a community of beginners. We built this, like, I would say like a academy, but also community, because like I said, many of our students get to know each other. They start collaborating with each other. They start referring, excuse me, each other's to jobs. And that's what we wanted to build. We wanted to build a community of beginners that are now not beginners anymore, who are supporting each other and who are also a part of this brand. And we are so proud to do that. Honestly, this is a dream come true that I get to travel nationwide and teach makeup, like literally mind blowing. And I came here as I mean, I want to say immigrant, but I was an immigrant at the time, 13 years ago from East Europe. It's mind blowing to me. So I love teaching about these guys. You will see, like you are here because you love doing your own makeup, probably. Maybe friends and family's makeup, cousins' makeup. You're that go-to makeup artist that everyone goes to. Everyone needs someone to do their makeup. They call you up and like, hey girl, can you get can you come over and do my makeup? That was me for all my friends. You obsess over watching makeup videos online and you try to apply it, but sometimes doesn't work out exactly how it is on tutorials, especially when you do other people's faces. I'm sure you're really good at your own makeup, but then when it comes to doing someone else's, you're like, oh, how can just cannot figure it out, right? So that's exactly why you're here. You're good at makeup, but not ready to charge yet. You're not confident because you don't have that confidence. People don't think of you as as a professional, and you don't think of yourself as a professional yet. You maybe think it takes years to start getting first paying clients. You maybe think takes thousands of dollars to start applying and getting your first paying clients, right? Maybe you went to cosmetology school. I'm sure many of you here have gone through cosmetology school to learn about makeup. You don't want to be a waxer or work in a salon, but then you realize they didn't really teach you a lot. So that's exactly how or who we train. And I'm sure many of you who are watching this are here too as well. And you're ready to turn this into a career. You're ready to really step into your full potential as a professional makeup artist, but you're just not confident and you don't know which steps to take. And that's exactly what I'm going to break down now in this training. Okay. So I'm going to first break down why artists fail. Because again, by working with thousands of students, it's not the skill, right? It's not the way they blend. It's not the way they do eyeshadow. It's not the way they match the skin. It's because they want to be perfectionists. And I'm sure you're sitting here and watching this and you want to be a perfectionist. You don't want to start until everything is perfect, until you have the perfect makeup kit, until you have the perfect setup, until you have the perfect social media account and you have thousands of followers. You don't want to start. You compare yourself, your day one, your beginner day one to someone else's day 10. You compare yourself to artists who have been around for years, who have posted thousands of posts on social media, who got really good through that, who have been starting to make money, who have amazing clients with beautiful skin, and you compare your work to that. I know that because I get still on coaching calls, students after a year of being in our program, they still do that. So I know that's a big false belief, I guess, for a lot. You overthink what your friends and family are saying. And that's also a big one too, because friends and family can sometimes get in your head and tell you, maybe it's too early. Are you sure? There's so many other makeup artists out there. Are you really sure you want to do this as as a profession? They tell you that you should go to a college and become a engineer or a doctor or a lawyer or a someone who makes great money, which today's world, honestly, that we have makeup artists making more than lawyers today. You are afraid that people will judge you. You are afraid to post yourself on social media. You are afraid to go out there and really show your work because you are afraid that people will judge you, especially strangers. They're going to comment something on your posts and do something that is going to really affect your confidence. You are stuck in the thinking about it phase. And I see that all the time, often stuck in that, like, I'm going to do the job that really drains me. I'm going to go to my 9 to 5, but I'm constantly thinking about this. I'm constantly watching videos. I'm constantly scrolling on social media, waking up. The first thing you open up is your TikTok, and there's like a bunch of these artists doing makeup, and you wonder, why am I not doing this? I'm made for this. I'm so good at this. And you're trying to figure it out on your own, and you just don't have no one to guide you. You haven't found that right person to really guide you through this. So that's exactly who we work with, and why artists mostly fail, why we work with them, why we guide them, because we want to flip all that. We want to flip that false belief. Once I'm able to flip that, when I say flip, I say change that false belief for our artists, I see the changes happen. I see the growth happening. I see they're getting their first paying clients. I see they're getting out of their comfort zone. I see them posting more. I see them showing up authentically as themselves on social media, because again, it's just a switch in the mindset and the way they think and look at them or about themselves internally. So today in this video, in this training, I'm going to be sharing my 4-step process. Excuse me, guys, I'm having a little bit of brain fog here. I'm going to teach you how to learn the fundamentals of makeup application. I'm going to teach you how to get real practice to build confidence, how to build a portfolio and set up your presence, and how to set up systems in place. Okay, just get a sip of water. In this training, I want to show you how to go from being a hobbyist to starting to do this professionally. That is what really is, what you really need to do. Because I know that right now you are, like I said, you are a hobbyist. You're doing makeup as a hobby. You're not really doing this. You're not really, I guess, confident to even start thinking about yourself as a professional makeup artist. And I was there. That's exactly what I was there when I was in cosmetology school. I had all these people tell me all these things, and I had all these people tell me, like, well, you're not a real makeup artist if you don't have an airbrush machine. You're not a real makeup artist if you don't have thousands of followers on social media. You're not a real makeup artist if you don't have all this makeup in front of you. They kept telling me all this, and it kept getting in my head. And that's the reason why I want to share this with you guys, because it's not true. I want to just shatter those false beliefs for you right now here and tell you how you can easily do this. I would say about 60% of our students book their first paying clients 3 to 6 months after graduating from our program. So imagine someone walking you through every step. 6 months, you booking your first paying client. 8 months, 9 months, you're getting 2, 3 clients a week. 12 months, you're maybe even quitting your job and starting to do this full time because you already replaced your income. That's what's happening with our with our students. So like that's what I want to teach you, okay? And it's not the skill, it's the mindset, okay? So I want to teach you, first of all, how to build a skill before you sell it. This is the number one thing, obviously, because you need to build a skill before you sell it. You need to build it and you need to really understand it. So I'm going to share how you can do this on your own, because obviously we have self-taught makeup artists too. So, it's not that I would say that you need to go to a makeup academy. I just want to share what you need to do. Whether you take a route of doing this on your own, or whether you go to a school, go to academy, it doesn't matter. If you're doing this on your own, it might take you about 8 to 12 months. So what you need to learn is the basics of makeup application, right? Skin prep, foundation, brows, eyes, and lips. When I teach this in the Makeup Academy, I teach elements. And we teach elements, right? We don't teach a full makeup look as a whole, because it's harder to learn a one makeup look and constantly recreate it, because you're constantly going to have different people in front of you. So instead of doing that, learn each individual, I would say, element. So I call skin prep one element, skin complexion second element, which is foundation. Let's say foundation, complexion, contour, and all that. Brows as an element, because brows can really be very intimidating, and I know that for a lot of artists. Eyes, eyeshadow, it can be so many different eyeshadow techniques, right? And then lips. So like each element is different. So you don't need to be amazing at all the elements at once. Master, I would say I would start with like complexion. Complexion is usually what people really see first when you walk into, when you, like today, I'm sure you guys can see my makeup. I have no, like barely eyeshadow. I literally like smudged a little bit of eyeshadow on the corner and put some mascara. My eye looks cute, but what you see is my skin. I spend more time on my skin today, right? So if you can master skin as that first step, learn the rest later, right? Study face shapes, skin tones, eye shapes, and how to enhance them. So when it comes to studying specifically skin tones, color theory, I cannot stress enough how color theory is the number one most important part of the whole makeup application is color theory. And the reason for that is because color theory is, again, the first thing people see. The first thing people see is colors. The first thing people see is blend. And the first thing people see is, does it complement someone's skin? I'm sure you've seen people who walk around and they look crazy because they have a cool tone skin and a warm tone bronzer, for example, and they look orange. And no matter how good the bronzer is placed, and no matter how good the bronzer is, maybe they're using Charlotte Tilbury or using Makeup by Mario, and they're using the best brush, let's say MAC $40 brush. But if that bronzer's color is off and it looks orange on their skin, no matter what everything else, it's gonna look bad, right? Same thing with blush, right? If you place a blush wrong on it can be a rare beauty $28, $32 blush with the best brush you have, but if you place it wrong on the wrong part of the face, instead of lifting the cheeks, but you place it wrong on the, let's say in the bottom here, it's gonna droop the face. Everything goes out, like it doesn't look good. So face shapes, skin color, skin tones, color theory in general, eye shapes, same thing with that. Like if you have a client who has eyes that are hooded, how to lift them versus you have a young, beautiful 18-year-old who have a beautiful tight almond eye. What do you do with her eyes? So that's what's important. Study those individually. Practice on yourself. A lot of people skip this step. Practice on yourself daily. So whatever you're learning, practice on yourself. Whatever you think you're struggling with, whether it's brows, whether it's eyes, whether it's skin complexion, practice on yourself daily. Invest that time to really get good at it. And then find other people around you. And I'm going to share that, and I'm going to break a lot of false beliefs because a lot of you probably think like, I don't have anyone. I just moved here. I'm new. I don't have no one to practice on. Trust me, you do. You don't even know that. Okay. So I'm going to share that in a second. This is where, again, most beginners make a mistake. They wait until they become confident to start practicing. And we're going to flip that belief. In order to become confident, we have to start practicing. And that's where people just stop and get paralyzed. They're like, okay, I know I'm bad at it, so therefore I'll just quit. And everything is a skill. Makeup, I can teach my husband how to do makeup. If he really puts in the time and the effort, I can teach him. Just because he's a guy and he doesn't care about makeup doesn't mean I cannot teach him. It's a skill. Same thing how we have now women driving cars. Before it was forbidden for women to drive a car and couldn't even imagine women getting in a car. Motorcycles, trucks, now we have women doing it, right? So it doesn't matter. It's a skill. Everything is a skill. And if you put a label on yourself saying, I'm just not good at it, like many people say, I'm not techie. I'm not good at tech. I'm not good at computers and social media. You just never took the time to learn it. There's just a label you put on yourself and you're justifying yourself for not being good at it, but you just haven't done the work. Okay. So confidence starts with practice. You don't get confident by watching TikToks. You don't get confident by watching YouTubes. You won't get confident by watching this video. You will get confidence once you actually start taking action and actually doing it. Okay. So here is what I want you to do. Create a signature style. My signature style was something I didn't know in the beginning when I was just starting out, because you love all the makeup. You want to know all the makeup. You don't need to know all the makeup looks and all the makeup styles in order to become maybe even the best makeup artist in your city. I see there is one makeup artist here in my city. She kills it. She charges $650 for makeup. She's killing it. Most of her makeup looks across all her clients look very similar. Shapes, colors, products she uses. She often posts what she uses. Her setup, her, again, products, her colors even are very similar across the board. But she's booked out. People love her. Why? Because she is the best at that one style, which is, I call it like a very glowy, I want to say it's a full glam, but more neutral, not natural, but neutral, meaning like more neutral colors. She doesn't really use bright colors. She uses more mauves and pinks and, bridal colors, but very similar across the board. And she is booked out pretty much years in advance. So because that's what people want, it doesn't matter. She doesn't promote the cut crease and the rainbow and a regular, soft glam and the bridal and a grungy black lip liner type of look. Like, no, she only promotes one look. So you don't need to become the best at all the makeup looks. You need to become best at that one, two, three, maybe, and that's it. So master that. Don't jump from a look to look when you're practicing on clients and maybe even building your portfolio, wanting to create a more diverse portfolio, wanting to be more diverse thinking. The more I do, the more I'm going to get booked. It's opposite. The less you do, but the better you get at that one, two, or three thing, you're going to get booked more. For example, if I go to a salon and there is one woman working in that salon that does everything from waxing to facials to microblading to lips to lashes to makeup, I'm not going to really trust her that she's the best at all that she does, because how can you learn all these all these styles or services and be the best at it and invest time into all these services and have the best products in all these services? I'm not going to trust you. But if I go to a salon and there's five different girls and each one of them practices only one service and is the best at that service, I'll go to that salon and get all the services done, but by multiple people. Because I know that lash girl, that's all what she does. She only does lashes every single day. So she must be good. If she's done 6 lashes a day for a past year, she must be amazing. Right? So that's what it is. I want to break that false belief for a lot of you. How to create a signature style. You don't know it yet. You're a beginner. You don't know what signature style is. How do you know, right? You maybe had 10 people you worked on or practiced on. What you can do is see what you scroll and what you are drawn to the most. What types of looks? What sells? I also say what sells in your city. In Vegas, even though you think Vegas, everyone wants the glitz and glamour, people want classic makeup, right? But they still come from these cities and states where they really don't get their makeup done often. So they come to Vegas. They're not used to looking like drag queens because they don't want that. They don't want the glitz and glamour, and they don't want the silver eyeshadow. They want to look classic. Women I used to do makeup on that I would charge $250 to $300, who would fly out to Vegas for, events, night outs, whatever. They want classic makeup. They didn't want the crazy makeup or cut creases. So that's what my signature style became. And that's what we teach in our makeup academy as well, right? And I call those money makers. Makeup looks that make money. See what makes money in your industry. Follow 5 artists from your industry or from your city, Chicago, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, right? Missouri, whatever, Alabama, wherever you're from. Follow those 5 in your area that are really booked out and busy, and see what people are mostly booking them for. What type of makeup? What type of style? And then create a signature style that's similar to that in a sense. That's going to be your money maker, something that people clearly already want. Don't reinvent the wheel and try to convince people, well, book me because I do this makeup that no one else does. People clearly don't want that. People are clearly already booking something that is in demand. Step into that, right? Still build your signature twist of that style, but build and create a brand around that. You will skyrocket faster because, again, many people try the cut creases and the rainbows and the this and the that, and then they just get lost. And then when I go to and I audit these pages for these artists, I go to their pages, like, I'm not getting booked. And then I look at it, and then they have 6 different makeup styles. I cannot even say what their style is. So a client will get confused. If they go there, they'll get confused. Be like In-N-Out. When you go to In-N-Out, you cannot get confused by a menu. Don't be like Cheesecake Factory, okay? I hate Cheesecake Factory. I get overwhelmed. I'm always feel like I'm missing out. Like, if I don't order this, what if maybe this is better. I don't know. Like, I'm like, I hate going to Cheesecake Factory. I love their food, but I hate going there. If I have an opportunity to eat somewhere else, I will, because I like simple. I like my menu to have 10 items, not 60,000 items on it. I'm sure you guys can relate to that, okay? So be like In-N-Out. Easy. You can work without your tools, right? Now we're going to get into tools. So after you build that signature style, design it, or at least think about it, create it. And now we're going to talk about what you need in your makeup kit, because many artists think, I need all this makeup to start. I need all this fancy makeup kits and bags and $300, bags and lights and all. You don't, okay? You don't need none of that to get started, because you will reinvest. As you do makeup, as you make money, and as you charge, you will reinvest. For now, you don't need none of that, okay? Start with a basic kit. So I'll tell you a story what I tell to my students as well. I see there's 2 types of artists. And I used to be the first one. The first one, the one of them is the artist that just buys just to buy because it's popular, because it's trendy, because of influencers talking about it, because it's again a new launch. Huda Beauty launches pretty much every like 15 days a new product, and you think you need it because you think in your head the more you have, the more products, the better cosmetics, the better brands you have in your layout, it will compensate for your maybe lack of confidence or lack of knowledge or lack of experience, right? And then you overbuy. And then you oftentimes you don't even know how to use it. So we have actually an example of that, and I'll share one of our students. She is an amazing makeup artist, but whenever she needs to do makeup, she gets literally paralyzed by her makeup in front of her, and it takes her 3 hours to do makeup. So that's not a good route because it's just going to take you too long to do makeup, and then clients are going to be like, "Girl, are you going to be done soon? Like it's been 3 hours. You're still on my brows." Okay. And then we have the second type of artist who I became after knowing what I know. They focus on investing in their skills, education, knowing again color theory, knowing formulations, knowing products, knowing how to work with pro products. And pro products are usually products that are made for pros in mind when it comes to packaging and the way they last and how much pigment they have and so on. And they know how to mix, they know how to customize, they know how to create because that's what they love. And their kit is very minimized. It's minimalistic. That they don't have 16 ton of makeup in front of them. They're not lost. They're not unorganized. They're very organized and they have a nice organized makeup kit. Okay. So I used to be the artist number one until I learned, invested in my education, until I went to get classes and courses and learned from other artists and saw what they're doing. And I'm like, huh, this totally makes sense. Why am I hauling a 100-pound bag with me every time through a casino here in Vegas if I can just downsize, depot, if I can just carry smaller palettes versus so much makeup? So start with a basic kit. Foundation, concealer, blushes, bronzers, neutral eyeshadows. You don't need 20 eyeshadow palettes. You need two max, okay, that are good. Mascara, lashes, brushes. Again, you also don't need 100 brushes, you need a set of maybe 15 to 20 brushes. That's enough to start. If you invest into a good brush set, it will last you. You don't need more than that, okay? Focus on nude, cream, earth tones, soft mauves before adding any other bright colors. That should be your focus when you're building your first makeup kit, okay? Choose budget friendly and also pro approved products, okay? So budget friendly are going to be drugstore. And I started with drugstore when I was starting out. L'Oreal, Maybelline, NYX. We still use NYX. I love NYX, especially pencils. I still use them. I have one on me right now. I wear it every day. So that's a good budget-friendly. There's a lot of budget-friendly good products. Juvia's Place, Milani Cosmetics, Elf. Honestly, great products. So don't be afraid to buy stuff like that, products like that, but also invest into some pro products as well. Like for example, in our makeup kit here in Vegas, or in general, in all the makeup kits that we give to students receive a full complexion, I would say not bag, but kit from Graftobian. Graftobian, just Google it. It's an amazing US-based pro brand, very similar to Crayolan, Ben Nye, RCMA. Maybe you guys have heard of it. Those brands have made products with pros in mind. So they made them to be lightweight, to have multiple colors from 8 to 18 colors in one palette versus just the one color like you would buy for yourself in Sephora. They made them to be light. Packaging very simple, thin, so it stacks up nicely in your makeup kit. They made those products to last and to be durable and to be used for different skin types. So they have people in mind who work on sets, film, television, pro makeup artists, and so on. So I love Graftopian. It's one of my favorite brands that we work with. And that's something I suggest. Prioritize sanitation. Sanitation is the number one thing. Color theory and sanitation, I feel like are number one thing, but let's go back to sanitation because that's not really applying makeup, is the way you apply makeup. Understanding it, understanding what you need to have as far as sanitation products and tools like sprays, brush cleaners, brush soaps, disposable applicators, how to wash brushes. Like educate yourself on that because first of all, sanitation is very important. You are putting pigments to someone's face, and the way you wash your brushes and the way you really, if you double dip into your products, like how can you sanitize them? How can you actually stay safe for yourself and for your clients as well. This is number one thing. So invest time into learning how to stay sanitized with your clients because they will not come back to you. Even if you do the best makeup appointment possible and you're the best makeup artist, they will not come back to you. They will be grossed out by you using a dirty brush or double dipping in cream products or anything like that. Um, Third thing is affordable, good affordable lighting to take good content. You don't need $300 light. Like many people think you need a simple ring light. I usually use a simple ring light when I'm doing the makeup, and I use those little small handheld lights. You can buy them on Amazon. They're like a little small panel light, usually about $35 that you can hold when you're actually taking photo of your client. You don't need a fancy camera. You need an iPhone or Samsung, whatever you have. A phone is perfectly fine. Nowadays, phones are amazing when it comes to camera. You don't need none of that. You just need to learn how to actually position them well. Make sure there's no a busy background. Make sure to put them against the wall. That's, a nice color wall or something that's more neutral so it doesn't really, scream in the background. Make sure to position your clients professionally so that you can get a nice photo, but you don't need a fancy equipment. And that's exactly how I started. I literally started with a ring light. I didn't even have a chair at the time, something you can invest later on. I started with a small makeup kit and I had my first bridal clients booked. As you're booking, as you're making money, reinvest every dollar back in your makeup kit because then you can go back and reinvest first in complexion products like skincare, skin prep, maybe better brushes, and then better complexion products like maybe better foundations if you're maybe using drugstore, and then go back and reinvest into your eyeshadows, bronzers, and so on. Okay, so that is my biggest suggestion for you guys. And you don't need 50 products. You literally don't need like or 100 products. You need the right products. You need to know how to work with them, and you need to know how to stay sanitized. That's all you really need to get started. As you're doing it, your first makeup appointment, it might suck. You might not like it. You are going to find a lot of mistakes. That's fine. Move on. Learn from that mistake. Go back and practice whatever you feel like you're struggling with, go back and practice and upgrade slowly as you make money and then reinvest back into your makeup kit. Okay. So again, old belief, we're going to throw that out the door. I need to be confident to start practicing. I need to have the best makeup kit to start practicing. I need to have thousands of followers to start posting on social media. New belief, in order to get confident and better at my makeup, I need to start practicing. I need to get models. I need to ask friends and family. I need to use myself and practice any chance I get because you need to make a decision. How soon are you looking to start booking that first paying client? How soon are you looking to quit the job that you have currently? How soon are you looking to replace the income that you have right now with makeup? That is what needs to be on your list as a goal. If you say to yourself, I maybe do it next year, I'll do it when I pay all the bills, I'll do it when my dog gets better, when my grandma comes back, or when my grandma visits and then she goes back and then I'll have more free time. Like all those excuses out the door. Okay, because you need to focus on this. If you really truly want to do this professionally, you need to put yourself a timeline, a goal. I'm giving myself 3 months. I give myself 6 months. I give myself 8 months. Write it down. That's the best way to do it. Write it down and keep yourself accountable. If you cannot keep yourself accountable, find someone who can. It's the same thing like going to the gym. First time you go to the gym, it sucks. You're weak. You don't know what you're doing. You do something, you're literally out of breath. You go there and looking at all those machines. You have no idea what you're doing. Next day, okay, maybe now it's a little bit easier. I kind of have an idea what I'm doing. I have a little bit of plan. Still sucks. I'm still bad at this. I'm still out of breath, but now I have an idea. Second week you go to the gym, you're now built, you already know a little bit more. You're more confident. You're not that afraid to actually go there and show yourself. Now you maybe want to put a cute outfit. Now you saw a guy there like, oh, let me maybe put some, little lip gloss and a little mascara. I don't want to look crazy like I did last week, right? Now you're building your confidence. By week 4 or week 5 or week 6, you lost 4 pounds. Wow, look at me. I lost 4 pounds. I'm actually building muscle. I'm actually sore. I feel good. I have energy, right? It's the same thing with building a skill and the same thing with makeup as well. It's going to suck in the beginning. You just have to push through that. Okay. So now we're going to go into step 2. So step 2, getting real practice to build confidence. So this takes about 3 to 6 months. And this is where you will practice on family, friends, classmates, neighbors, anyone you know in your surrounding. Okay. Anyone. I'm sure there's people you know, and you might have a false belief of thinking, well, she has a baby. She's probably not going to want me to do her makeup. Well, she's busy. She has dogs. She has to walk them every day. I don't think she's going to have time. A lot of people assume people are busy. Yes, people are busy. But if you ask and tell them, hey, I am practicing. I want to become better at makeup. I want to do your makeup for free. Would you allow me? Do you have availability this week? When are you available? This Saturday? Can you come to my house? I'm happy to come to your house if you're not available to come to me. So ask, be mindful and ask. Get yourself, don't just expect or assume, oh, people are busy or they'll let me know. They won't. Their life will get in the way. You have to assume and you have to ask and you have to be the one doing this and asking them. Be unknowing. At this point, be unknowing. Anytime you get a chance to practice on someone else, whoever is in your surrounding, please do it, okay? Take before and after photos, videos behind the scenes. Take any content, take progress photos. I literally have photos from 2015. That's actually when I got my first iPhone. So my iPhone still has all the content. I have all the content on my iPhone where I share exactly how I start. Well, not share, but I have the content when I started, when I was doing my first makeup appointment. I had my first makeup appointment at Planet Hollywood. I had my first makeup kit I had when I was going to school. That's how I have this photo I was showing you in the beginning. Like I actually have everything that, as I was getting started, I have everything in my phone. And I really wanted to be able to use that progress photo. Now, when I look back 13 years ago, I'm like, wow, where I am today, how much I have done today. If I need to pull from some of those videos, I do. So it's really cool to actually see that and to be able to, just compare myself, compare my progress, I guess. So don't be afraid to take photos, even if things don't really look as good today. And use this time to get comfortable with blending, matching skin tones, using time wisely, and try to do it as much as possible because this is the time to practice. And this is the time when you're going to be comfortable with these people because they're not paying you, right? So it's fine if it's not a perfect makeup look, it's fine, right? This is for you to practice to get it under hour and a half would be optimal time. Ask for feedback. As these people, how was your experience? Every model, use it as a mini lesson. Every model is someone you will learn something from. You're gonna suck at brows. It's gonna take you 10 people maybe to do makeup to really get better at it. You're not gonna do good on eyeshadow. It's gonna crease. It's okay. Learn. Why is my eyeshadow creasing? Why is my brow looking this way? Why is my brow not even? Why can I get the right color? Like through that experience, through that practice with friends and family and yourself as well. So use yourself as well. You will learn a lot. And every model will be your mini lesson. Okay, so book these sessions at least once or twice a week. Build momentum. Same thing like a gym. If you go to gym one time and you don't go for 4 weeks, you won't do anything. You're just gonna waste your time. But if you do it twice a week, you will build muscle and you will lose weight in 6 weeks. There's no way you don't, unless you keep eating like crazy bad and drinking alcohol and all that, you won't lose weight, of course. But if you keep eating the same amount of calories or 100 calories less a month or a day, you will lose weight. There's no way you don't. Even if you go with no motivation in that gym, even if you run there and cry, you will lose weight. Same thing with makeup. If you do it through the worst periods of your time or worst periods of the day or the worst periods of the week, and you're like, I hate it, I don't want to do it, but I know I have to, it will pay off. You will get better at it. There's no way you don't. And that's exactly what you need to do. Build your momentum. Don't give up because you didn't do a good job. Don't give up because it doesn't look as it does on those, social media influencers and their makeup looks so flawless. Don't give up. Just keep going. You will get good at it because you don't compare yourself, like I said, to someone's day 10. It's only your day 1. Don't compare yourself, okay? So now we're going to talk about building a portfolio and setting up your presence. So now let's imagine you have done 10, 15, 20 people on average. And now you're like, okay, I'm kind of getting better at this. Now I'm kind of understanding. Now I really want to build my portfolio. Maybe you've taken some classes. Maybe you've taken some online program. Maybe you've taken in person. Now you're kind of like you are understanding maybe what you really struggle with. You're practicing, you're getting better at it. And now it's time to reach out there because your friends and family are, again, maybe not as supportive to be there every week. So you might now want to explore and find other people. Thankfully, we live in America and every city you live in or every state has people that want to collaborate, that want to work with you. that want to model for you, that like there's people in your area. So this is how I found when I moved here, how I found people to work with, I mean. So I was, again, someone who just moved out from Serbia. I didn't have a lot of people. I had classmates in my cosmetology school, which many of them didn't want me to practice on. So I only had like 3 people there. I had like 3 or 4 friends here in Vegas that allowed me to practice, and that was it. So I was going to those people all the time. So I was like, you know what? It's time for me to get out there, find some fresh faces. So this is exactly what I did. I found photographers, models, and hairstylists. Even some wedding planners later here too, and coordinators, and I partner up with them for trade for print. And I'm sure you guys have heard about this, I would say, term TFP, or trade for print. This is a term for people who want to collaborate and trade their services. So let's say you're a makeup artist and a photographer is a photographer, and then you trade your services. You do makeup, there's a model who also needs photos done. Photographer comes in, takes a bunch of photos, and then you all together get some really good footage and you post on social media. No one pays for anything. You just work to get really good content. So it's trade for print, right? And a lot of people are constantly, even today, asking for models, for photographers. Photographers are asking for makeup. Actually, makeup is very sought after because a lot of people don't want to do it for trade for print. And they need makeup, because if they don't have good makeup on camera, it's no matter how good the photo is, it's not going to look good, right? Makeup is like the number one thing. So if you are a makeup artist willing to do this, to build good portfolio, I would highly suggest reaching out. And I'm going to show you some, I would say, ways. So the way I did it, you can find people on Instagram. So for example, you will type in on Instagram, Las Vegas, if you're in Las Vegas photographer, Las Vegas model, Chicago photographer, Chicago model, maybe even area. I know like every city has certain area that you can search: Miami, Orlando, Alabama, whatever, right? So like you can search for these photographers, city, state, and area as well. You can go search wide, you can search narrow, doesn't matter. You can search in Facebook groups. Facebook groups are amazing. I love Facebook groups. So Facebook groups was where I found a lot of people, and where we oftentimes, and even our students, find models for classes. Whenever we have class, let's say we just had it recently in January, was in LA, and one of our students posted in one of these groups, and she got a beautiful models for all 3 days from these Facebook groups. So again, you're going to search in Facebook, you're going to search, let's say, TFP, because I love Facebook groups because they're more like communities. On Instagram, you will search actual people. On Facebook, you will search communities with people already in those communities. So if you search on Facebook, TFP, city name, or trade for print, or models, city name, photographer, city name. And oftentimes you'll get like 10 different groups, and then you're going to find, you can just join them, and then you can post in those groups, or you can see people are posting. If you just scroll down, you will see a lot of people posting about it. Weddings, event planners, find these groups. Don't think, even if you're a beginner, like even if you're someone who is just starting out and you don't have the friends and family, and you really truly just moved to a new city and you don't know no one, you can still use this. You can just skip that first part where you practice on those first 15, 20 faces and come to this part and do this. You can post in Facebook group if you want to organize it. Hi, I'm a makeup artist based in your city, and I'm currently building my professional portfolio. I'm looking for models with specific skin tone type, maybe whatever. Maybe you have a specific style of makeup who are comfortable in front of camera. Maybe you can also post that you are looking for models and photographers, and maybe models, photographers, and hairstylists, so it doesn't matter. In exchange for your time, I'm offering a full complimentary makeup application. So you make it seem like you're the one offering something, not you're the one asking something. So always position it as you are offering value, and I'm offering professional photos and, content. If you're interested, please message me with a bare face photo and let's organize it, right? So like you can do this. Don't find excuses, find ways. If you don't have a space in your house, go to her house, go to their house, find some local place that you can maybe rent for like 20, 30 bucks for like 2 hours, and, do it there. Like don't try to find excuses. Find ways to do this, okay? That's exactly what I did in the beginning. Next, what you can also do is you can send photographers DMs as well. So you guys can screenshot this and just use the same thing. Hey, I'm a makeup artist. I'm looking to connect. Are you open for trade for print? You can also ask them. This is a polite way of asking, are you open to work for free, right? Are you open? Usually people who are also building their portfolios, who are building their presence on social media, they're looking to collaborate. They do this. I have started like this, and first of all, built a lot of community in my city. So when I was was posting on social media, people would reach out, or I would tag them, and then people from their pages would reach out, or they would refer me to them as well. Or also when they were being booked out, they would say like, hey, I just worked with this girl. She was pretty cool. And, she did pretty good makeup. I recommend her. And that's how I built my community. Because again, a new person, 21 at the time in Las Vegas, I was lost, you guys. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I wanted to be successful. I had that one seed in my mind. I want to be successful. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know how much money. I just knew I wanted to be successful. So I was shamelessly reaching out and shamelessly trying to find people to work with, collaborate, create content, anything I could. And that's why in my head, everything was opportunity. Everyone I met was opportunity to go and meet and make money with, or doesn't matter. Everything I look and see, everyone I meet was an opportunity for me. Okay. So I do suggest that you guys do the same as well. So, use those photos to build your online portfolio, right? So use those photos to really get yourself out there, to really promote yourself. Become someone who takes this professionally as a business, not just do this as a hobby, again, professional. This is something you do now professionally, and you want to make sure that you actually take that content, that you are someone who posts and someone who edits and someone who learns how to edit. Like, get yourself familiar with these things, because nowadays, without social media, you don't have a business. That's how it is. Like, people I work with, people I found, students found me, you guys found me all through social media. I wouldn't be here teaching this class today if there was no social media. So make sure to really take this seriously, and make sure to really, start posting your content. That's very, very important. Okay. So, oh, sorry, you guys, I somehow skipped something here. Build a portfolio. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I just, there you go. Okay. So this one. You don't need a website yet. So this is another thing that people think, that they need a website. They think they need to have a professional website with a booking system in order to get started. You don't, okay? So as a step 3, I'm going to tell you that in order to build your portfolio, just use your social media account. You don't need a website yet. Literally create a simple page, makeup by, glam by, your name, makeup, your name, glam, your name, beauty. That's what you need. I built my page, Nikolina Beauty, back in 2015. And I've never changed it since. And that's my page. So you don't need to overthink some business names and brand names. Like, don't do that. Your photo, your name is, just start with that. Don't overthink it. Okay. Post your practice work, even if it's not perfect. And it's really cool, because when you post it, then clients can see like, oh, wow, I see how she started, a year ago, and her work really improved. So people can compare and see, as they scroll down, how much your work has improved, how much your content has improved, how much your style, the way you take photos and videos and your lighting, how much it has improved. So share behind the scenes, share everything you know or everything you do right now. Add a clear bio, what you do, where you're based, how to contact you, and how to book with you, or how to reach out to you right now. If you're someone who still offers it for free, it's fine. Just say DM me. Again, DM me or text me. You don't really have to have a booking system yet, okay? So start small, but start. So now, after you build your content, let's say now you have, I don't know, 150, 200 followers, you have maybe 20, 30, 40 photos or content. And now you're like, oh, I'm actually proud of myself. This actually is starting to look good. I actually love it. I'm there. I'm there when I can now start to finally offer something out there. So you can start offering some free services, but you can also start offering some really affordable services as well. I'm not saying go out there and charge $50. I think that's very too low for someone to professionally to do makeup. But again, you need to start somewhere. First, you start offering for free, then you start offering for, again, $50, $75. And then as you get your confidence, I would say about maybe every 6 months, every 3 to 6 months, as you're now building your portfolio, reinvesting back, up your prices for 10, $20, up your prices. So if your first phases can be $50, first 5 to 10 faces, that's already $500 you made, right? Not ideal, but you're paying off some of your investment. Now, okay, now I'm going to charge 75. Go and start charging 75. Charge 75 for 10 people. Now you made $750. Now you made 750 plus 500, 1250. Wow, okay, sounds good. Now I'm gonna go and charge 90, right? So keep adding more and keep improving. You have to start somewhere. That first, yes, that first, even $20, doesn't matter what it is, $50, when someone validates you and pays you for that service and actually you make money from it, it's such an amazing feeling. And that first yes is the hardest. But don't be afraid to start promoting yourself. Many people feel cringe and they feel like they are, I've heard this from one of my students. I'm trying to use exact verbiage. She says, desperate. That's what the word she used. She feels desperate if she promotes her services. And that's such a false belief. And I'm going to tell you that, guys, why, tell you why, because you need to pay your bills. If you work for McDonald's, right? McDonald's still runs ads and promotes, and you still see their social media and you still see them everywhere. Why? Because they still need to promote in order to pay you and pay the employees and keep the business afloat, right? They still need to, even though the whole world knows about McDonald's. Let's say you work at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. I'm going to just use, maybe you work at Walmart, right? I still see ads for Walmart. Everyone knows about Walmart. I still see ads from Walmart. Why does not Walmart feel desperate to promote, even though everyone knows about Walmart? Doesn't matter. They still need to promote. They still need to get in front of buyers. I still see ads for, Amazon. Amazon. I see ads on my TV for Amazon. Why? Because Amazon still promotes. If you work for Amazon, I have a lot of students who work for Amazon. If you work for Amazon, why do you feel that Amazon, why do you think that Amazon would feel desperate to promote? So don't feel like that. This is a business. This is something you do now to make money and pay the bills. So get out of that mindset of I feel desperate, I feel cringe to promote or post. Get out of that, because the more you do it, the easier it gets. And now it becomes a part of your subconscious. Now you wake up and you're like, okay, now I got to promote my business. This is how I make my money. Okay. So this is where I want to really share this, how important this is. Once you get 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, right? Now, once you get people to pay you, let's say you made $1,000, $1,200, like I said, however much money you made. Now it's time for you to do all this business stuff, right? The business stuff. Many people stop and pause and they don't get the first paying clients and they don't promote themselves because they don't have the booking system, they don't have the website, they don't have a contract, they don't have a model release form, they don't have a separate bank business account. Like they don't have all these things and they think they do. They don't have LLC. Right? So people, I see some of my students even like they haven't even started promoting their services. They're paying $450 a year for LLC. And I asked them, why? Why are you doing that? You're paying for LLC for what? You don't even have clients. You haven't even started promoting yourself. You just pay because it makes you feel better, makes you feel more like a business owner. And if someone asks, you say, yeah, I run a makeup artist business, but you never had paying client. You don't need none of that. Start making some money. Validate your offer. That's the number one thing. Validate your offer. Validate yourself as a makeup artist first by having someone pay you. And you can do Zelle, Venmo, whatever. And then once you make a certain amount of money, then of course go ahead and get everything legal, like legally structured. Get a booking system, get a contract, get an LLC or sole proprietorship. I would actually suggest in the beginning. Get a business license, get a separate bank account, track expenses, track everything you purchase, track every single thing you buy for your business, track mileage. Three things I talk to my students all the time in my makeup artistry program. You gotta track your expenses. You gotta track your mileage, especially if you use car for your for business. And people are saying, I love this. It's very interesting and educating, very educating. I'm ready to be a professional makeup artist. I love that. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for commenting. I'm going to address all the comments and all the Q&A later, but this is really what you need to do, right? So like you don't need, a lot of people again are get paralyzed thinking I need all these things before I do this. You don't need. Start, and then things are going to start slowly happening for you, right? So I want to ask you guys before I move on right now, how many of you feel like this made sense? I maybe put a little me or something, or I just like whatever, like a little thumbs up or whatever it is in the comments. I know I've been like yapping about this for like for so long, but I want to see like, does this make sense? Like, does this concept make sense? And if you guys can let me know in the comments. Jennifer says, yes, it does. Yes, me. Jojo, love it. Love it. Thank you, Juliana, for commenting. Ansley asks, how long is the class? Usually about hour and a half altogether. I think, what is the time right now? I don't even know. Five, six. Okay. So maybe another like 15, 20 minutes. Adriana said yes, iPhone. Not sure who this is. Said yes. Sonia said yes. I love it. Okay, awesome. How many of you guys are, let me ask you, doing makeup already? Is any of you professionally as a makeup business? Or maybe this is a better question actually. How many of you are wanting to do this professionally as a makeup business? How many of you are wanting to book your first paying clients? This is really cool. I love interacting with you guys. This is good, but can you tell me about the step for all of these, parenting and also contract? Juliana asked. That's a really good question. Me, yes, I haven't started anything yet and have to get some affordable makeup so I can start practicing. Haven't started yet. I'm doing a free makeups on my friends right now. Okay, awesome. Well, yes, Juliana, to be honest, if I go into all of these, it's going to be a whole training. I'll be honest with you because each of these is like a whole section on its own. So today I just wanted to kind of break down what you will need. But if you haven't, Juliana, started yet, you don't need this yet. This is just me telling you, like, have this in the back of your mind, take a screenshot. And if you are obviously wanting to, once you get these first 10, 15, 20 clients, then start on these payment processors. And then we can discuss more about that. I'm happy to share more. This is actually what we teach in our program too. This is the reason why I coach students on the makeup freelance business. So we teach our students how to do makeup, which is the step one and step two. But then we also teach our students how to start a career in makeup, how to get all these things, because it's hard to have the skill and not know the business, or know the business and not on the skill. It's kind of like it goes hand in hand. So it's going to be a little bit harder for me to explain everything on this class. But I can definitely go into that maybe some other time. I'm happy to, share, or I don't know if you're looking into maybe getting into our program. I'm happy to share how we actually help students with setting the payment processor, which one to use, and all that. Jennifer said, I would love to do it professionally. I already gone as far as charging and build clients, and I have products on hand. Okay, that's awesome, Jennifer. We have a Jennifer Hernandez in our class. I'm not sure if this is you already. Are you a part of our class, Jennifer? I'm sorry to ask. I know that I cannot remember because we have so many Jennifers, and I think we have a Jennifer. You're not. Okay, apologize. Maybe it was someone else. How do I set up the payment for them to send it to my account? Some people do barcode. How to do that? And how about the contract also? Yeah, those are really good questions, Juliana. I would love to respond. Like I said, that can be a whole training on its own on the business side. So like this is really for you, you can learn this you can do this on your own, in a sense of do your research, Google your research. Like I said, even here right now, I'm thinking that my next step is like you have everything. I told you the steps, right? That this was really giving you the steps. I cannot teach you everything too here, because if I stay here and teach you the makeup and teach you the contracts, we can stay here for another like 16 days. But you have two options, like took all the screenshots and you can find information on your own. A lot of people are self-taught, meaning like they're gonna go out there, Google, ChatGPT, find YouTube, go to TikTok, talk to other artists, and try to gather information, right? And typically, if you do it on your own, it might take you about maybe a year and a half to 2.5 years to really get like to the point where you're comfortable and now you have all the systems set up, right? So a lot of artists do that, and I completely think that's a legit way. It's just that in the beginning, it might take you longer. So it depends on how fast you want to go. Or if you want to go faster, we offer the mentorship program for students like you who are looking to start a career, who are looking to get the mentor and the coach, someone to take them step by step and tell them exactly what to do, how to apply makeup, what to have in their makeup kit, how to start booking first paying clients, how to get the contracts and the payment systems, and how to get the LLC and sole proprietorship, and how to connect everything. Like we do that for our students. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's a very technical part, which just takes time, whether you invest yourself time into building it on your own and realizing and trying to find information, or whether you maybe find us to be valuable and you want to learn how to do it with someone, right? With someone to coach you. So this is the reason why we teach students in a hybrid setting. So we teach in-person classes and then we teach in the online program as well. So I want to share, for those of you who want to learn more about our program, I just want to share what our program does. For those of you who are like, well, I'm really looking forward to learning this professionally and I don't want to do this on my own. I want someone to guide me. I just want to share that for those of you who would like to. This is exactly what we did with some of our students, like Socorro. She completed our class in July here in Vegas, in November, sorry, in July. I said in November in Vegas, last November 2025. And I saw her in January. She was one of our models. And she was like, Nikolina, I got to share with you. And then she shared this with me. And I was like, Socorro, can you please text me this? I'm going to have this in like a text message because I want to share with others as well. So she said, right after finishing my hands-on makeup class, I shared photos of my participation in the Glam Sophisticated Makeup Academy on WhatsApp. Shortly after, I was hired to do the makeup for 3 bridesmaids for a wedding taking place just a month and a half later. I'll be honest, I felt scared and nervous at first, but I told myself, yes, I can do this. From that moment, I I fully committed to prepare myself. I focused on completing my professional makeup kit, researching prices. She attended our coaching calls as well. She was going to stores, getting the makeup she needed, and then carefully selecting every product and tool I needed for that appointment. Another challenge was improving my timing. She took a little longer, so she wanted to improve. So she, at her job, asked people to work on, her coworkers to work on and practice by applying makeup. So at my job, I began asking coworkers and even full makeup looks she started doing. And thanks to all that practice and dedication, my clients were extremely happy. And she charged $120. So she literally in one appointment, I think she said she had three people she did makeup on. She made about $360-400 she made that day. So it was so easy to start because she knew, okay, she went through the program, she attended our coaching calls, she started doing research, she started practicing, and she started getting her first paying clients. And on March, she took her class now in May, oh no, in Miami in December. I'm so happy this month has been one of my best sales months. She texted me this in February, actually beginning of February. So just like literally a month and a half later. I love this course so much. You're the best girls. I finally done with my payments. She had a couple more payments to make. And without makeup, I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. She does makeup now fully. And Denise, she took our class too. She's been in the industry already for quite some time, but she did have a full-time job. So makeup was just like a part-time thing she did here and there. And in January 2020, she enrolled in our makeup academy. And she said it's changed her life. She met some amazing people. Her skills were completely revamped. And also, I gotta say that she was working at a job that was so tiring. And she told herself she wants to start doing makeup, but she actually got fired from this job she had. And she was so devastated, like, how am I gonna pay my bills? But then she realized, she was like, you know what? I can now fully focus on makeup. Now I actually finally have the time to do makeup full time. So she did that. Denise, she is Vegas Ready Beauty. I believe you guys are more than welcome to follow her. She has amazing content. I love her. She's our number one, not, I don't want to say number one. We have so many great students, but one of our top students. And I love her sharing her story because she just took everything and she just went for it. She didn't overthink anymore. And she just started doing makeup full time. Felicia, she joined our class in Phoenix, and right when she joined the online program, before joining the in-person training, she said, I really enjoyed listening to the self-image video. I wanted to share this because it's not, like I said, just about the makeup skills. It's about the self-image as well. Changing your programming. That's what we teach you guys here in the program too. I believe it's very important to change your perspective of how you view yourself. It truly teaches you that becoming a makeup artist isn't just about beautifying people, but it starts with beautifying yourself from the inside out. And I really love this comment and the way she left it. And she said that the way we broke down that video for her, like that's the first thing you're going to listen into the program. So I'm going to share how it looks like if you are wanting to join us. We travel nationwide. So we travel to cities. We have about 25 cities this year. I don't know if you guys see your city or city close to you that you would love to attend. We just completed Vegas last week. Actually, Faith was in one of our classes here in Vegas. Second till the fourth, it was an amazing class. We had 18 students, and now I'm just getting ready to go to Orlando next week. So we have Orlando, Seattle, Katy, Dallas, in Texas, and then we have Nashville, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Las Vegas again, Sacramento. We have New York. Cannot wait to go back to New York again. Chicago again, Richmond, Tampa, Las Vegas again, and then Miami again too. Miami was really cool. So I am going to leave this here for you guys for a second. I also have this on my Instagram as well. If you guys want to go and follow me, Nikolina_beauty_beauty. Yeah, you can follow me and you can find this as well. But you can take a screenshot too just to see what we offer, where we're going to be. So I'm going to share more about what the program entails and how you can get more information about our program as well. So if you are someone who is looking to get started, this is exactly how it looks like. Once you secure your spot for any of these trainings, secure a seat. We typically work with smaller groups like 15 to 20 students. We try to keep it intimate. You get immediate access to the program. We first give you our online program. So it's a hybrid. The online program has all the lessons recorded. So it means like literally 130 lessons right now on makeup, business, social media, marketing, everything step by step, as I was talking in this video, but broken down step by step from color theory for sanitation. So you get immediate access to that full online program. You get it for 1 year. So that means that you can start learning right away. Let's say you want to join us in Chicago in June, right? So you have about 3-4 months. You can join our online program right away. You can start learning about makeup fundamentals, techniques, step by step lessons, business, pricing, posting, social media, content, guidance, everything that you need to know as far as that. And it's intentional because we want to make sure that when you walk into this hands-on training, you are prepared. You're not just listening about this information for the first time. And, we notice students who are in the online program and then they come to the online, they already know like, they tell us like, oh yeah, I remember this information from the online program because we still repeat it. So they're not like just looking at us like, oh, what did she just say about blue and red and yellow and all these colors? Like they actually understand the information we tell them because we do cover a lot in those 3 days in-person training. And that way you are, again, a little bit more prepared. Then you're going to start attending a live coaching sessions as well. These live coaching sessions and mentorship calls are every 3 times a week. So every Monday, Tuesday, actually, I even just had one right now while I was on this call. We have a coaching calls with students on Tuesdays about social media and marketing. Christine does them every Monday, focuses on makeup. So a lot of these coaching calls, you can ask questions, and then I do them every Saturday as well. So 3 times a week, we meet live like this, and you can actually talk to me, ask questions, get feedback on your work, get clarity, techniques, products, next steps, whatever that is for you, because we try to not make it seem, but we try to give individual time with us so you can ask your questions. You're not just comparing yourself to someone else. You can learn from us, you can learn from other students, and you can also build your confidence as you are, getting that real guidance through the program as well. So that's what you get access to. Then third step is attending the hands-on training. This is the cherry on top. During this 3-day training, we walk you through everything step by step again. We teach you soft glam, bridal makeup, full glam makeup looks. I call those again money makers. So the money maker looks that really make money in the industry. We teach you our signature looks, 3 different models. So you have 3 different models in 3 days, and then you get that real feedback, real-time feedback. So as you're doing the model, we walk the whole time around the class and give feedback to our students. We keep telling them what to improve if they're struggling with. Why is under eye creasing? Why are they not blending correctly? Why is the eyeshadow not, being even to the other side as well? Like anything they're doing, we're literally step by step as they're doing it, guiding them, walking them through it, and also giving them feedback on. So guiding on how to take content, how to take that good content after everything. So like we literally take your hand. If you want someone to take your hand and guide you in an intimate setting and really show you step by step, this is exactly the program for someone like you. And then again, you have that continued support after the class because we know that after those 3 days, when you go back home and start practicing on your friends, family, and getting those first paying clients, you're going to have a lot of questions. You're going to need support. So we're not just that type of school that you're like, okay, you're done. Here's the diploma. Here's your certificate. Go on your own. Bye. We are here to support you because I know that that's when you really have the most questions. That's when you're going to have like, okay, this happened. I had this situation. I had that. Like, what do I do? How do I improve? Like, you're going to have someone there to mentor you the whole time and keep you accountable because you might fall into that like I'm not motivated. I feel this way. I feel that way. I don't know how to, go to the next level. Like I'm going to tell you from my own experience. Christine's going to talk from her own experience, and Ivan is going to walk you through his experience on how to start that, that first paying client. So how to get to the next level to actually start charging more or maybe offer different services. So everything you need is going to be I guess addressed in those coaching sessions. That's why we work for students for a whole year, which is 12 months. So, if you join our program, you can expect structure, support, real education, hands-on experience, mentorship, and confidence. And if you're someone who is like, I really want to do this, I don't want to just guess on my own, I don't want to just figure it out, I don't want to just, do this on my own. Again, you could do this by yourself, might take you about a year and a half to 2.5 years, or you could do this and get your first paying clients in about 6 to 8 months. Students who implement, students who are serious, students who listen and really take feedback well are the ones who, like I said, book their first paying clients in, I say, even like 6 to 8 months. Most even book for about 3 to 6 months after graduating the hands-on training. So this is what you need to do if you would like to get more information and if you would like to book. You only need to secure a spot. So this is a deposit. You only need $297. This gets you in your online program. This gives you access to coaching sessions. And then for the remaining balance, I would love to give you more information. We have 3 different tiers, 3 different packaging. We have a general admission, we have a pro masterclass, and we have a VIP as well. So we have 3 different classes for 3 different types of budgets. And I would love to book a call. And this call is for those to just learn more about our packaging again and learn how you can do that. Our packages start from $697 for the full 3 days, all the way up to $2,500. So we have, again, in between, we have 3 different packaging. We're not a school that charges 10,000. We don't charge 5,000. We don't charge 3,000 for school like many do. We keep it very affordable. Um, and again, the VIP is $2,500. So that's our most, I would say, biggest investment, but many even go with lower options. So just text me. I want to book a call with you guys. Just text me 702-745-5515, just the word appointment. And we can get you on a call. We tailor everything to each student. We offer a firm, so you can do 12 monthly payments as well. And you only need $297. That's all you need to get started. So you don't need a ton of money, ton of investment to get started with our program. We keep it very affordable. And also with the program, I want to mention you get a full makeup kit included as well. So with those Graftobian products, brushes, tools, we now even have our own pro palette, which is so exciting. We have our pro eyeshadow palette. Our students in Vegas saw it first. That is exactly what you get inside. So if you see a city that is close to you and you're like, I would really love to do this, we can schedule a call with our team member, myself, Christine. We're all a part of this business, and you can talk more to us about what your goal is, which city you're looking to attend, if you're looking to travel, or maybe a city close to you, and book these appointments. This is our current special we have right now for our tax season, and this special probably is going to end this month. So I would love to get you more information if you are looking to take this seriously. So if you are someone who wants to take this seriously, if you're like, I'm done thinking about this, I would love to invest. Don't let anything stop you. I know that life will get in the way. We can find a way. Like I said, we offer affordable payments. We offer a firm, Afterpay, Klarna, all the things. You don't need more than just literally like $297 to get started. So don't let anything be I would say, stop you from finally doing something for yourself. So I want to ask you guys, first of all, who here is looking to I'd say learn about these things. Like who here is interested to learn how to do this professionally, and you're maybe wanting to learn how to do those step by steps, like someone to walk you through this. Like who is here interested in general, like attending a program, whether it's ours or someone else's, doesn't matter. Like who here would love to get mentorship and coaching from someone who's already done it, so you don't have to spend again 2.5 years doing it on your own. Oops, I'm gonna open up chat. I love that. Um, I need to put together my kit. Sorry, I'm going back to Adriana said, how much are the class in Seattle? Best weekend. Faith said, best weekend ever. I love that. No Michigan, please come to Michigan. I know, I know. How much it costs? Like I said, we have different tiers. So the program starts at $697 all the way. We have to 2,500, which that's our VIP. So typically right now we do have a really good discount. So again, 297 is your deposit, and then we have a discount right now for our Pro Makeup Masterclass, which is our most, I would say, valuable one. That's a 3 days with a makeup kit and everything included. And that one is currently for 1,997, currently on a discount for 1,797. So for the full package, 12 months, 3 days, pro makeup kit certification, coaching, online program for the full thing. And you don't need a full amount if you don't have it. Again, you can do Afterpay, Affirm, Klarna. And you can also just do 297 and do remaining on like some payments. We customize this for you guys. So whatever that is, we can get on a call, discuss like what's your budget? How does this look like for you? How can we make it happen? We're not a cookie cutter. We really make it happen for you. Like we try to make it happen for you. I'm ready and interested. Adriana said me. Jojo said me. I love this, you guys. Do you have the certificate? Do do we can have do we can have with the certificate our own business? So certificate certifies you as a professional makeup artist. So that is different from a business license. But Sonia, we walk you through that. Okay. So you first get certified, and then after that, you can start your freelance makeup business by getting a business license with your state, which again, business license is something else from certificate. Certificate certifies you as a professional makeup artist, which tells your clients that you have gone through a professional program, that you know how to apply makeup professionally. And then the business license is what you go to the state of Secretary of State, which is completely different, and you apply for business license. So I hope that makes sense. It's the same thing like opening up, I don't know, a restaurant. You have to have a, licensing, for example, like I don't know, to open up a restaurant, you have to like the food permit, let's say, but then you have to also get a business license to open up a physical location. So it's the same concept, right? So yeah, you guys, please down DM me. I'm gonna be working for a couple more hours. So DM me appointment, and then we're gonna reach out to you. We're gonna send you, ask you which city you were looking to attend, and then we're gonna ask you also which or when you're available to book a call, so we can book a call with either again myself, Christine, or our team members. We can book a call with them as well to explain. Depends. We have a lot of people. We book pretty much about 10 to 12 calls a day, so we are limited on the amount of calls we can do. But just book a call. You don't have to make any decisions yet. If you are wanting to really learn more about this, like I said, our program, we keep it very affordable. Like most programs, if you think about, like, for example, let's say microblading, lashes, any program, you're gonna pay at least like 25 to $3,000 minimum for like a 2 day course, 3 day course, right? So like that's usually what most programs are. We keep ours very affordable. You get a full makeup kit included, a full pro makeup kit included, like the makeup kit that comes included. Just Faith, just tell them how good a makeup kit is, and the eyeshadow palette. I really want Faith to tell you because she was one of the first students to see our eyeshadow palette. I don't even have it on me. It's at Christine's house. So embarrassing. It's such a good eyeshadow palette, pro brushes. You get the full complexion kit from Graftobian. You get your foundation palette, a powder palette, blush palette, setting powder. You get Embryolisse moisturizer. You get such a good kit with the program. The kit only, like I was calculating, the kit value price, if you were to buy everything retail, the kit alone is $850. If you were literally to separate everything and buy retail, it costs $850. It's such a good makeup kit. We keep improving it. We keep getting more things to it. So that's what comes included. And of course, also other things like, you get a workbook as well, and so many things inside. iPhone says, not sure who iPhone is, but she said, I'm assuming it's a she. I have a question. Yes, go ahead. Let me see. Jojo asked, could we use the certification for taxes? Are you referring to write off as a write off? Is that what you're saying, Jojo? I'm assuming that's what you're saying. So yes, this is your education write-off. So you can absolutely do that. Yes, Jojo, absolutely. You can write it off and use this as an education write-off. We are a licensed makeup academy here in Nevada. So if you need to, we can provide you with our EIN number. I don't know, Jojo, are you in our program already, Jojo? Remind me, or are you looking to enroll, or you just enrolled? I'm so sorry. I'm not yet. Okay, awesome, not yet. So yes, if you are obviously looking to get started and you invest, we provide you receipts, of course. We don't, unless you want to do Zelle, of course, we do Zelle, but we normally just send you an invoice and then you obviously pay with the invoice, you get your receipt. So it's very, one of the things that we don't, I want to say, like, we're never going to ask you for like any of that unless we agree on Zelle or Venmo. We usually just do an invoice, you pay with your card, everything is secure. We never do any of that. So you can actually get the receipt, you get a contract with us as well. So it's very safe and secure. And yes, most of our students write off. It's a really good write off, actually, for that. So someone was asking something else. I already booked. I love that, Sonia. Yay. I cannot wait to talk to you. I'm not sure if I'm going to talk to you or someone from my team, but you're going to be in really good hands. I try to be in so many, like, I'm literally the one teaching, going to classes. I'm the one doing all these trainings. I'm the one then, packing the class. It's insane, you guys. It's like I'm so blessed to be able to do this as a business for my own. Someone was asking about Seattle. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go up a little bit. How much are the classes? Okay, Adriana was asking. Like I was saying, classes, we have tiers starting at $697 for a general admission. That one typically is if you want to just watch the class. It doesn't come with a hands-on class, but if you want to do the full 3 days, still attend the class, but just not do the hands-on class and not get the makeup kit, it starts at $697, and then it goes up to like I said, our most popular option right now is on a discount for this month at $1,797 for the full price. So if you do $297 deposit, you can do 1,500 on Affirm, Afterpay, Klarna right away, and you can just split everything in payments. It's a really good option. So we can do that. Or we have normally the price is $19.97. The $19.97 is if you do in-house payments. So for example, you just want to do like a couple of in-house payments. You don't want to do Affirm right away. You just want to do in-house payments. Normally the price is $19.97. But if you want to do Affirm, you can do even the full balance, $17.97, and just split the whole thing on Affirm as well. So we love Affirm because it's easy. Most students get approved with Affirm, and you can just like do the first payment and then the rest you can just do later as well. Fatima says, I'm in Michigan. Chicago is near me, but if I do all the online course but can't attend the last three classes that are in person, so what I lose and what I gain and how much? Fatima, remind me, are you already in our program? We do have one Fatima, remember, in our program. Are you in our program already or not yet? I do apologize. I see Jennifer. Thank you so much for texting us, Jennifer, to book a call. I do appreciate you. No, okay. So you can do the full online program, but of course, if you I would suggest attending also the hands-on. The hands-on is like the cherry on top. Like, it's really the best, the best, I would say, part of this, right? So, um, if you're in Michigan, Chicago is near you. Is there like, are you asking like if something happens and you cannot attend Chicago? Is that what you're asking? Or is like, or you're not available whatsoever? Because we give you 12 months. So I'll tell you this, guys, like if we give you 12 months, so let's say you say, okay, I'm going to attend Chicago, but then something happens, right? Life gets in the way. Like, I really cannot attend Chicago, but I see you have Miami in December. I see you have Vegas in December. I see you have, I don't know, New York in October. Just come to a different city. That's why we're literally like popping like all over the states. So just come to any city that you see us in, and attend. Like, you can switch cities. We had a girl for next week, Orlando, and her baby needs to go get a surgery. And she was like, Nikolina, she was like freaking out. She's like, Nikolina, like 7 a.m. in the morning, she's like blowing up my phone. I was like, girl, I'm on Pacific Standard Time. I'm still sleeping. It was so funny. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, it's already, I don't know, 10 o'clock over there. And she was like, I have to tell you, I won't be able to attend. My baby is scheduled for a surgery. Can I switch a class for a different date? I was like, sure, no problem. Just come, whatever. So she's going to come to our training in LA. She just switched. So if you cannot attend and for some whatever reason, I would love for you to attend. You have 12 months. So meaning like if you need to switch a date, just let us know, okay? Jennifer was asking, what's the name of the program? The name of the program is Beginner to Pro Makeup Program. That is the name of the program. And the name of Academy is Glam Sophisticated Makeup Academy. So I'm going to write it here in chat. I would love for you guys to Google us, okay? ChatGPT is, that's the best. We just had a student from in our Vegas class, and she found us on ChatGPT. That was so cool. She was like, Beginner to Pro Makeup Program. And the models in 3-day classes, do you supply or we have to bring them with us? So we do encourage you to bring a model with you if you can. Ask friends, family, anyone you know. Again, I shared also how to do it. We do share a little drive with you asking you to provide models for the class, to reach out to those Facebook groups, Instagram, and so on. But if you're like absolutely cannot, because we do have people who travel, like in Vegas last week we had a student from St. Louis. We had a student from East Coast, Charmine. She traveled, so she couldn't find. We had Charmine and Shamika. They traveled. They couldn't provide models. We provided it for them. We had a student from Utah. She traveled as well, Wendy. We provided for her. So we try to provide models because it's very essential that you guys practice on live models. But we do encourage you because same how after we're gone, you're gonna have to find your own models. We do encourage you to get out there, start asking people, get more comfortable with asking them. They don't have to be there for the whole day. We have timelines when they come in, but if you can, please, that's why we give you some time. Let's say, if you remind me, which class would you be interested to join? Again, iPhone. Oh, sorry, Fatima. Sorry. I'm going back and forth. Yeah, Fatima, if you're in Chicago and you're like, I cannot find anyone in Chicago, I'm not from there, obviously, then just let us know up, in advance and we'll make sure to provide models. We have a cool system to provide models for all the students. But again, if we have 16, 17, 18 students, it's easier for us to ask some to at least provide. We can maybe provide 5, 6, right? But it's hard to provide 16 models every single day. Just a lot on our end when it comes to logistics, time-wise and all that. So, but we do have about like maybe 20% of students who we need to provide models for. Sorry, guys, I'm just yapping right now. I just get so excited. Jennifer, okay, awesome. Thank you, Jennifer, for booking a call. She's right now with my assistant booking a call. Yeah, like I said, we love to get on a call with you guys because it's easier when we get on a call. It's easier when we talk to you guys. It's easier when you find, what works for you, which class, what you're trying to achieve. Like, I like this to be really, personalized, if that makes sense. Like we're not a cookie cutter, we're not a cosmetology school, we just cramp you up with 40 students. Like that's not what we do here. We like to make this more intimate. We like to make this, it's always going to have two instructors. And we like to make it seem like it's that those 3 days, it's like, how can I explain this? Like when students leave it, they always tell us, wow, Nikolina, like this was one of the best experiences. They meet other people. They feel like they're finally in the room with the right people, with the right mindset who think the same as they do. And that's really what this is. Like, I'm sure you guys can relate. Maybe sometimes you talk to your friends and family and they just don't understand your goals and your dreams. And you feel like maybe you're not on the right path because your mom, dad, brother, cousin, neighbor doesn't understand it and they're on a different path, but you are someone who is like, I really want to do this. And you go to your room but at night and you scroll on social media, you're like, I really want to become a makeup artist, but just my dad doesn't understand, or my partner doesn't understand, or my cousin keeps saying these things, and like it's very like it feels discouraging, right? And there is a world of people who do this professionally and build a successful business, but why do you feel like you cannot? And when you get in a room with these people who are like in the same mindset, same beginners like you, same like all I need you to show up is passion. When I see that passion in your eyes, it's so easy to teach you. But if you show up with I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if this is for me. I'm not sure. Then it's hard. It's hard to do that, right? But the only requirement to show up to a class is to have passion. You don't need to have any knowledge. We have Shamika. She just took her class in Vegas. Faith was there, and she was so intimidated. She was like, I don't know, am I in the right spot? Like, I feel like this is like everyone kind of like did some makeup before, friends and family mostly, right? No one really charged, but most people just did them friends and family. Like, I now listening, because we always do like a little introduction in the beginning. Now listening to everyone else, like, I feel like people know a little bit about makeup. I'm really a beginner over here. I'm completely clueless. Like, she's done maybe her own makeup. She's a police officer. It's so funny. She's a police officer. You would never think she's into makeup, but she's over here like killing it. By the third day, the makeup she's done, I wish I can now pull up some content to show you, but the third day she did the full face, like literally made it so beautiful that the model, we actually provided models for her because she came from St. Louis. And I was like, oh my God, like you're made for this. Like I can recognize passion in someone, even though the skill is not there yet on that first day. By the third day, I know you're going to become successful. I know you're going to become good at this. Just don't give up on your dreams, right? So that's one of the things that I've learned with working with so many students. Thank you, dear. It was great attending this session. Really enjoyed it. Thank you, Fatima. I really appreciate you. Please reach out. Text us 702-745-5515. I would love to talk to you, Fatima, if you are looking to do this, right? We do have an option if you don't want to do the hands-on and you want to do just the online program. We do have that option too. It's more affordable, so text us. I'm happy to give you more information about different packaging. Again, it's hard to tell you about all the packages right now because we cater to everyone, so we try to find a package for everyone. But please let us know. I'm happy to, again, schedule a call and tell you more about packaging. Even if you want to do just 100% online without attending hands-on, we do have that option. Okay, you guys? Excuse me. I'm trying to like talk. Awesome. I still see 9 of you here. Any other questions, you guys? Any other questions? I would love to see if you guys have any other questions. Anyone here? I know Jennifer already booked a call. I love that. I think Adriana booked a call as well. I love that. Excited to connect with you, Adriana. Excuse me, you guys. I'm trying to see my messages here. Anyone else? Hey, anyone else would like to book a call? You guys, let me know. Anyone else is maybe on the fence, maybe something keeping you on the fence. Again, you really don't have to make any decisions yet. It's just about to get that information, and then we can guide you towards that perfect program option, I guess, or package that works for you, right? I always say this, like you can invest time or you can invest some funds. Again, we keep it very affordable to start something and to make that investment back. Like, for example, think about this. If you do one appointment a week, which is let's say 2 hours, right? Driving to a client, coming back, and you make $75. That's already 75 by 4. That's already $300 you already made in 1 month. That's one appointment. One appointment. Let's say next month you have 2 appointments. That's 150, that's $600 you made the month after. That's already 300 plus what did I say? 300 plus 600 is $900 you already made. $900 you made in 2 months doing makeup. Let's say the month after you charge 75 and you have 3. Now you made 150 a week, which is 100. Did I say, no, my brain is not working right now. 75, 3 appointments, you make $225. 225 a week by 4, that is 400, that is $900. $900 you made the month, on the third month. That is 900, that's $1,800. In 3 months, you can pay off your investment. 3 months, that's all it needs. You need to start with 1 appointment a week and then have 2 appointments a week and then have 3 appointments a week. And that's it. And charging 75, which is very doable. Most of our students start with charging more. Again, 75, let's say, when you start charging on a full end, 3 months to pay off your investment. That is like, it's a no-brainer, right? So don't think of this as I'm gonna spend money. Think of this, I'm going to invest money. After 3 months, everything you make is fully yours. Now you can go back and reinvest in your makeup kit. Now you can go back and reinvest in your anything else that you want to invest in. You can invest into better equipment, into better lighting, into better brushes. Like now everything you can make additionally. And let's say you already have a job, right? Most of people who join our classes, they already have some type of job, right? So like you just have to calculate like how much money do you need to make on a weekly basis in order for you to quit that job. That's exactly what I did because I used to work at Macy's at a time when I was going to school and I was working a part-time job and I was making approximately about like I don't know, $250, $300 a week. It was a part-time job at Macy's, hourly plus a small commission. And I remember working there. I was working about 4 to 5 hours a day for about like, I think 25 hours a week. And after they take all my taxes and everything, I would leave with about $250, $300. So let's say 300 by 4, that's $1,200 I was making, right? The reason I quit that Macy's job was because I realized that I can make $1,200 with makeup in like 2 weeks. It took me about 2 weeks because I started getting more busier. I was charging about 75 when I started. And I would make that in 2 weeks, working less, because one appointment I would make 75. People would tip me usually $10 to $15. I would leave it about $90 from that appointment. And because I invested so much in my makeup career, I was able to write off everything at the end of the year, and I didn't pay any taxes. When you work for someone else, the first thing they do is they deduct the taxes, and then what you are left is what you take home. When you have your own business, you deduct, you invest in yourself, like the education, the products. For the first 2 years, you can literally deduct everything. Everything is a write-off. Your home office, like I'm sitting right now in my home office. This is third of my house. I deduct every year on business because I do my coaching calls from here. I send my invoices from this home office. I work on my business in this office. So 1/3 of my house, I deduct. When we were painting our house, 1/3 of that paint job I deducted on taxes. That was $2,000 I deducted because I have a pretty large house, and the painting was $6,000. Third of that paint job I deducted last year on taxes, you guys. Car, mileage, investment, all that Sephora purchase you buy, all that Ulta runs, all that makeup, all that influencer, it's girls' math. You deduct on taxes. So you make whatever you make, you take home, and then at the end of the year, because you deduct so much, you don't pay taxes. Because again, first 2 years, you're going to invest a lot into your makeup business. So everything you invest, you don't pay taxes on. So that is the reason why I love this, because I love talking about business. I love talking to you guys how to make more money. I love talking to you guys how to build something on your own, and no one can take this away from you. People will need makeup always. People will need makeup, buy makeup, and also need to learn how to do makeup. You can start creating makeup lessons. You can start offering how to do makeup, makeup runs, how to go with someone to a store and buy makeup. You can start offering how to learn how to do their own makeup. After, you can start teaching makeup like I am too. So like that is something that's very important for you guys to learn how to build a skill, so you know how to actually turn this into a business. It's exactly what we teach in our coaching calls. Jennifer says, do you mail a certificate? It takes 3 days to get certified. So certificate you actually receive on the last day. So once you join our program, Jennifer, if you are in our hands-on, obviously, after those 3 days, on the third day is when we do certificates. So you get certificate after the third day. We still continue to work with you. So certificate, just because we give you a certificate doesn't mean that's it. We continue to work with you for those 12 months. We still work with you. I just give you a certificate because you completed the hands-on training, but then we still continue to work with you because, like I said, certificate, yes, it's a piece of paper. Still, at the end of the day, it's a piece of paper, and you can hang it on a wall and do nothing with it, or you can hang it on a wall and keep showing up to coaching sessions, so I can teach you how to do this as a business, so I can teach you how to get first paying clients, so I can teach you how to write off, how to structure it properly, how to separate your what do you call it, how to separate your expenses, and how to separate your business, and all that. Like, I want to teach you that, because that's exactly what I do in my business. If I teach you, it means I've done it. I'm not going to teach you from ChatGPT. I'm not going to teach you from because I took a course. I'm going to teach you because I run my own business. My makeup academy, I started with my credit cards, with my personal credit cards. I started because I wanted to teach others. Now I scaled my makeup academy because I wanted to teach more people, because I've run a business, because I'm still showing up every single day on my business, in every way possible. So I want to teach you the same. She said, Jennifer said, I sell Mary Kay, so I'm very familiar with it. I just need to get my foot in it. That is amazing that you sell Mary Kay already. So you are familiar, right? We had a student, Juanita. I believe she sells Mary Kay, because when she just attended our class in Vegas, she had a bunch of Mary Kay makeup. So you kind of have you know the concept. You probably work as an independent contractor. If you make a sale, you get that check right away. I'm assuming you're not a W-2, right, Jennifer? So you get that, and then you can write off at the end of the day, or at the end of the year. I mean, whatever you invested, whatever you bought, whatever you did, you can just write off, right? So that's why I love it. That's why I love it, because you can start your own business. So imagine now you sell Mary Kay, you can sell other stuff too, and you can also teach women how to do makeup. It's incredible, actually, how now, like, you would assume that after all these YouTube videos and after all these TikTok videos, everyone knows how to contour. There's still women who are clueless how to contour, right? So like, you as an artist, Now learning it, you can now go and say, tell this woman or neighbor or even, whoever, woman who is in her 60s who is looking to finally learn how to contour, tell her, hey, I'll charge $100. I'll do your makeup, but I'm also going to teach you how you can do your makeup as well. And I'm going to sell you a foundation and a contour as well. So like how would that look like for you, Jennifer, right? If you can make extra additional $100 for the service you offer on top of the product you already sell, right? So like, and you can do it through Zoom. You can do that lesson through Zoom. You can do a lesson through, a video call, or you can do it in person. So, it's incredible. I love it. And for me, it's like, I cannot stress how important it is to have your own business, or at least a skill that you can always make money no matter where you at, no matter where you move, no matter what you do, you can always do something. And second thing, the power behind walking into let's say, a room, and there's a bunch of people in their room. Has that ever happened to you guys? Like before, I remember when I used to work as a waitress, people like, what do you do? Like, I was always like glammed up and look cute, and people assume I'm doing something, and I'm over here like, I used to work in an Indian restaurant. When I just moved to Vegas, one of the 10 jobs I had, just to pay my bills. And I was working in an Indian restaurant, and then they're like, oh, what do you do? Like they assume I'm doing something. And I'm like, I'm just a server, and it just felt so degrading. Like they were like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, cute. They're like, but then once I started my makeup artistry business, and then they're like, what do you do? Again, me, cute, same makeup. A year later, and they're like, what do you do? Oh, I'm going to cosmetology school, or I just completed cosmetology school. I'm actually a makeup artist. Oh, wow, you're a makeup artist? Tell me more about that. And now they want to talk to you. Now they look at you differently. And especially now when I tell them, like, I run a makeup academy. Wow, you run a makeup academy? Wow, that's so impressive. Tell me more about it. Like, just a conversation starter. And then the way it makes you feel when you can say to them, I run my own makeup artistry business, or my own business in general. People are like, wow, they start struck, like, wow, you're so young, or you're so amazing, or your makeup looks so good, or whatever it is, right? Like people are so impressed when you tell them, right? So that feeling of walking into a room and not only being a employee or someone who just does something for someone that maybe is a job that drains you, but now saying like, oh, I'm this, but I'm also this. Oh, wow, tell me more about this, you know? It's a way of networking, exactly. When I used to go to networking events, that's how I met a lot of people here in Vegas because again, I just moved here, didn't have anyone. And the people want to know like what's going on. And I tell them like, I'm a makeup artist. And then they're like, oh wow. And then they start thinking like, oh, I know a photographer, I can connect you with him. Or, oh, I know a girl, she does hair too. Oh, I can connect you. Like people start thinking like, how can they connect you to someone? Oh, I know a friend, she's actually getting married. Maybe she needs a makeup artist. Let me check. Like people start talking like whenever I would leave the house, I would have my makeup on. Like even today, no, a couple of days ago, I was teaching a class in Vegas and I stopped to get something. I think it was coffee or something. And the girl was like, oh, I love your makeup. And I was like, oh, thank you. No, actually, never mind. It was Ulta. It was Ulta. I was just stopping to get something at Ulta. I had my full glam on and she was like, oh, your makeup is so cute. I was like, yeah, I run a makeup academy. She's like, which one? And then she started, getting information. Oh, I'm going to have to remember that. And she pulled up her phone and she wrote down like, it's a conversation starter. Just having a full makeup on, and people can recognize when you have your good makeup on. Like when they see you, you're like, "Oh, you do good makeup. Like, what do you do? Are you a makeup artist?" They assume, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm a makeup artist." So it's really cool. Honestly, I love it. I love it. It's such a good conversation starter in general. But we're not doing makeup just to start conversations. We do makeup because it really makes you feel so powerful having something like even if you make $75 a week, again, you're validating yourself as an artist. So I love it. I love Jojo. I'm so I believe Jojo, we have a call with you set up. Remind me, please. I think I saw your name come through. I remember talking to Joanne or Jojo or someone. I don't know if that's you. Again, I know people sometimes have different names on Instagram. I remember talking to someone or texting. I cannot remember right now, but maybe that was you. Yes, that was you. Okay, awesome, awesome. I was like, I remember some names. Seems very familiar. Again, I usually remember conversations. I remember names too, but I speak to probably 50, 60 people a day on DM, so it's hard. But I'm happy that I remembered you. Awesome. Yeah, so that's really cool, you guys. Anyone else here that's looking to get started, that's looking to maybe learn more about our programs, let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have. I love it. I see we have Michaela and Maya as well. Michaela and Maya, love it. So I think a lot of people have left already. So Michaela, Maya, do you guys have any questions? Are you guys maybe looking into getting more information about our programs so we can send you more via DM or text message? Jennifer asked, "What's into online?" Jennifer, can you elaborate? Oh, online site so my husband can look. Sure, I can send you a online site as well so you can take a look at it. You can take a look, glamsophisticated.com, even though we just have very basic information there. And we do need to, I guess, update some information about our program. But what I can do is, Jennifer, I can send you right now. So that's exactly what we do on a call, to be honest with you. We do that. So the best way, Jennifer, actually have your husband on a call so we can go over information because we like to kind of open up we have like a landing page. We like to open up and go with you through information. Oh, he's here. I love that. Okay, awesome, Jennifer. So let me copy paste it because it is a long link. So I don't have it here on my computer, but I have it on my phone. So I am going to copy paste it right now. Let me just find it. I'm like doing it with my left hand. It's so hard. I love that you have a supportive husband. That's amazing. My husband supported me a lot. Funny story, actually. My husband, because I couldn't apply for financial aid, remember you, I told you I um, didn't have my green card and all that. So he helped me get a green card, actually. My husband won a green card lottery. For those of you who are out of state, maybe you've heard about it. I think now they don't have it anymore, but he won it. And then we and he met. He's from Bulgaria. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna help you get your green card. And then he offered it. And I was like, really? And we just started dating. And he was like, yeah, if it doesn't work out, doesn't work out. So he helped me get my green card. Actually, I got married to my husband. We were only dating for 3 months before he proposed. It wasn't really a proposal. It was more like, "Do you want a green card?" I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, I want a green card." And we, just started dating. And then 13 years later, we are still together, and we now have a baby. So funny story about how I got my green card. Let me see, Jennifer, is this you? I have a Jennifer Hernandez here. Jennifer, is your phone number ending in 2333? Is this you? I want to make sure because I have so many Jennifer Hernandez. I just Googled or that's not you. Okay. That's not you. Oh, okay. Uh, 2528. Okay, you see, I have so many Jennifers. Is Let me see. Contact 2528. Okay, so you're Jennifer Barrientos. Is that you? Yes, perfect. Awesome. Okay, I'm sending this information to you right now. But like I said, we're going to talk more about it tomorrow as well. Um, I know people concern if scanners. What do you mean by that? I know people concern scanners. What do you mean? I'm sorry, love. I love that, Sonia. Thank you so much for saying that. Maya said, "Hi, I'm looking into the online sessions. There aren't any sessions near me right now, but I would love to try and do the online sessions." Okay. So Maya, tell me, where are you located? Which area close, I guess you are? Oh, Jennifer, sorry, scam. Yes, Jennifer, I totally get it. There is a lot of scams. There's my baby just came from daycare. Hi, baby. Mama give you kisses. Mama loves you. Um, yes, there is a lot of scams. So what I say, Boston. Okay. Jennifer, Google us. Really Google us. Just Google Glam Sophisticated Makeup Academy. You will see there is also a BBB, Better Business Bureau, and you will see Better Business Bureau. You can Google that. Just like put BBB, Glam Sophisticated Makeup Academy, and in there, Better Business Bureau, you will see our rating, and you will see the owner, president. It's a very like it's I would say a company that does ratings on businesses online. So people obviously would report there if it's a scam or something. And it's very, very important to check that. And you can see the president, you can see the owner. Just Google us, ChatGPT us, ChatGPT me, Nikolina, ChatGPT me, Glam Sophisticated Makeup Academy. Is she a scam? I always say this, like I'm joking, but I built a really good reputation with making sure our students leave us reviews, with making sure our students, we take a lot of content. So go to my Instagram page, Nikolina. If for those of you who don't follow me, I always say this as well, Nikolina Beauty. Make sure that you also check my Instagram page, check everything, check the posts, check the behind the scenes. I post constantly. It's very important to do your research, and the best way is to see who is the owner besides behind a brand, right? So you will see the owner is obviously me. So yeah, I do appreciate you saying that because I want to make sure that you also check everything too. And like I said, scams are usually people like the Venmo me or Zelle me, like that's usually, and again, we do accept Venmo and Zelle. We have like maybe 1% of our students want to do Zelle or Venmo, which I say, okay, fine. I always provide my business Zelle, which is my Glam Sophisticated LLC. It literally asks like, is this the business you're sending it to, right? So like, but we never, like, we always send an invoice. It's always going to be an invoice sent to you via text or email. Like, that's usually how you know, right? An invoice. So one of the things you got to understand, you guys, is in order to have a merchant processor, in order to have a invoice, to be able to send an invoice, be able to send a link like that for someone to pay with a credit card, these companies verify these businesses. So if I was sending invoices and constantly getting disputes, let's say from people like who are like, oh, this is it was a scam, I want to dispute my purchase, they would shut me down. I wouldn't be able to send invoices because I have to keep my dispute rate under 1%. It's a very, very high possibility that people will obviously, if it's a scam, people will dispute it. So if a business has more than 1% disputes, I get maybe one dispute a year, and it's usually because students were just like, hey, can I get a refund? And then they disputed, or some students pay a deposit and then tomorrow they change their minds. But not because we're scammed, because they just change their minds. But I think last year we had like one dispute and we brought on 40 students a month, so do your calculation, right? So it's a very, very high chance, very, very important, right? To do your research. Maya, I'm sorry, you were saying Boston. So we were in Boston actually. We are going to be in New York, Maya. That's, I think, the closest to you, New York. If that's a possibility to travel, we'd love to have you, but we do have an online program. So if you are able to attend our program in the online form, you are absolutely more than welcome to. We have a 100% online program, which is exactly the same program. You just get it online. You just don't come to the hands-on class. So Maya, please do me a favor, DM me appointment or just not DM me, I'm sorry, text me at this phone number or anyone will respond to you. Just say, hey, I would like to book an appointment. We can talk to you more about this if you're looking into that. Okay. Okay, ladies. Awesome. Jojo, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. My husband is here. What's the difference in prices? So I sent you the link, Jennifer. Did you receive the link? Yes, got it. Okay. So I guess I can walk you through it real quick. So the 297 is to secure a spot. That's your deposit, right? So deposit goes towards any of the packages you see. So any of the packages you see there is what goes towards. So if you see the link that I sent you, you will see that we have three different tiers. You will see the general admission that the full price is $697 for general admission. Just read and see exactly what comes included. But again, Jennifer, I know we booked a call with you, so we're gonna go through all that, right? We're gonna go through all that tomorrow. That's the reason why we book a call. But again, I'm happy to go over it again as well. So 697 is the general admission. The 297 is a deposit, right? So just to secure a spot is a deposit that goes towards either the 697. Typically, people go with the Makeup Master certification. So if you see that second tier, that's what most, I would say about 90% people go with, that tier. So that is your full tier, full package. The 697 is a general admission. What it means is you get to access the 3 days of the hands-on training, but you don't do the hands-on training. Sorry, you access the training, meaning like you're there, you're watching it, you're learning, you're getting to ask your questions. But if you see, it does not include the hands-on training and it doesn't include the makeup kit. Because some students, I would say about maybe 2-3% of our students, just want to attend the class. Like they just want to watch it, watch the demos, watch the learning aspects, write down notes, and then go home. So then in the afternoon portion, for those who are in the full Pro Master course, they attend the hands-on because I cannot certify someone who didn't attend the hands-on. This is the reason why the Pro Makeup certification, Pro Master Makeup certification is the tier that most people go with. This one comes with that morning session where you watch all the demos and all the learning, and it also comes with a hands-on. So if you can see here, it says full 3-day hands-on, Pro Makeup kit included, Pro certification, portfolio building, business client training, online program for 1 year, and 1 year of coaching and mentorship. So this is the full program I was talking about, the full program. This one is normally 1,997, actually 2,997. Right now is on a discount, 1,997 if you do any in-house payments. If you want to do a firm for a full amount, you can do 297 deposit and a firm for 1,500, or you can do a full amount on a firm for 1,797 right now. And that's the discount we have until the 15th. And then you have the VIP, which is the same exact like the Pro Makeup Master certification. Everything comes the same. Plus, you get 2 private one-on-one Zoom sessions, 2 hours each. So you get 4 hours of one-on-one, literally like me and you right now. You can have a model, we can walk you through step by step, you can ask your questions, like 2 hours individually with an instructor, which usually the Zoom calls are done in a group setting, but this way you get the 2 privates. And this you can book anytime in the 12 months. In addition to your 3-day, in addition to the online program, in addition to the group coaching, pro certification, everything included. It's just a VIP because some students are like, I just want that one-on-one with you or with Christine, right? So that's what it is. But I will tell you that the most popular, which is the middle one, is what about like 90% of our students go with. That is the program, I guess, that they go with. So does it make sense, Jennifer? The difference in between programs or packages, I mean? Yes. Okay. Perfect. So what are you thinking? Like, according to you, what you were telling me, I know that you were looking at the pro, I think you were looking at the 3-day, the Pro Master. Sorry, I'm like trying to say the exact name, Pro Master Makeup certification. Is that what you were the mostly, I would say, interested in? Well, let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to respond, okay? What can you do with certificate? That's a really good question. So certificate is a proof that you have gone through a professional program with accredited academy, that you have completed a professional makeup program. So for example, let's say you, first of all, you can apply for pro discounts. So many brands, in order to approve you for pro discounts, in order to get discounts on makeup, 20 to 40% off, you need to have a proof that you have either gone to a professional program or that you're a pro makeup artist. So many of our students get approved for that. Second, clients, when they ask you, like tell you, or let's say they come to you and they ask you like, oh, have you gone through some programs, like have you gone through a school or have you gone through a program, you can tell them, yes, I am a certified makeup artist, meaning I have gone through a professional program, I have learned step by step. Most importantly, you have learned how to do sanitation, because sanitation is number one thing that many people, self-taught makeup artists, lack at, because they haven't, again, learned it properly and they just wing it. And this is something that we are very, very big on, sanitation. Second, color theory. You have learned how to apply makeup on different skin types, skin tones, and so on, how to properly prep makeup. Like that's what you are going to get in this. So it gives you credibility with people that you work with clients, with brands. Many agencies also ask for some type of credibility. So they ask you if you have gone through a professional program. They ask you, like, let's say you want to get hired with an agency. So now you can tell them, yes, I'm not just a self-taught makeup artist. I am certified. I have gone through a program with, again, accredited makeup academy. This is not just a certificate that I just give you as an artist, like I just wrote something and I'm just giving it to you. I run a makeup academy. So we are licensed under Post-Secondary Education Commission. So you're going to get certificate from a school that tells them whoever you need to work with that you have gone through a professional program. Many of our students also get hired with like Ulta, Sephora, Mac, any of these like brands that hire, and they use certificate again as credibility, like, oh, I have gone through a professional program. So we have seen students using it a lot between pro discounts, between against showing clients who they work with to getting employments with different brands and companies. Does that make sense, Jennifer? Yeah, you're welcome, Jennifer. Yeah, so what are you thinking? I mean, I'm happy to answer any questions you have. What are you thinking? What questions you have for me? I'm here to respond. Do you want me to send you my Google page as well so you can take a look and see? She's like, girl, I want to start LOL. I love that. I can feel you like, girl, I'm ready. I'm like, I'm over here. I'm ready. But I love that. I love that. And I love that did you say boyfriend or husband? I'm sorry. You said your boyfriend, husband. Husband is supporting you. I really love that. That is amazing because I hate when I talk to women on a call and they're so excited and then they're like, let me just talk to my husband. And then tomorrow I call them, yeah, my husband said it's better to wait. And I'm like, wait for what? How long have you been waiting? Oh, it's been 3 years. I had a child, but I'm gonna wait a little bit more. I'm like, okay. But the husbands kill the dream. So I love that your husband is supporting you. I really, really, it's been my dream since birth. I love that. That is so cute. I love that. Do you mind me asking how old are you, Jennifer? I honestly don't know. So, that is so cool. 43. I love that. Okay, perfect. I love that. I just had a lady, she is probably in her maybe 50s, maybe even 60s. I don't know. I don't know how old she is in Salt Lake City. She was so cute. She was so adorable. So I always say it's never too late. I don't know why I feel like Jennifer, you're like 22. I don't know why. But it's never too late. Honestly, talk about makeup, to learn about makeup, to get yourself out there. I think it's never too late. So I love that. So I look young. I love that. So yeah, Jennifer, I mean, before we end this call, it's only me and you right now, one on one. What else can I answer for you? I know we have a call tomorrow. Let me see what time your call is. Maybe I can pick up that call for you. I'm gonna make sure I'm not booked with something else. Did you book it for tomorrow? Jennifer Brienz. You actually are booked on my calendar. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow, Jennifer. So let's just talk tomorrow. Let's just um let's just pick up everything tomorrow and talk more and then chat and yap about makeup. So I can just wrap up this call because I'm gonna record it so people are gonna listen to it. So I just don't wanna like keep going. But me and you are gonna talk tomorrow and then we can just get you started, I guess. Find the best solution for you, okay? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Get rest. I will for sure. You get rest as well. I'm not sure how late it is where you are right now, and I'm excited to just go eat something. I'm kind of hungry. 9 p.m. Okay, perfect. So talk to your husband, review all the information. Again, Google Glam Sophisticated Makeup Academy. Please go to my Google page and find reviews. I love, love, love showing reviews from our students. That's really the best way. It's authentic, real students, their experiences from the classes. We just had people leave us from our Vegas class, bunch of reviews. I would love for you to read it, okay? Go through a rabbit hole. I always say this, Google never lies. You can fabricate social media, but Google never lies, okay? So I will leave you here. I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm excited to connect, and I will also, I hope you get some good rest tonight, okay? Have a good one. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye, love. Bye bye. Okay, you guys, I'm going to end this session right here. If you are watching this as a recording, please make sure to Um, DM me, I guess. DM me on Nikolina_beauty or also text me 702-745-5515. I would love to chat with you and I would love to tell you how you can start your makeup artistry business. Thank you so much for watching and I appreciate you for being here. Bye bye.